A couple days ago, I learned a very valuable lesson on the importance of being a good wingman for your friends. I'm sure you all know what a wingman is, but I'll explain it anyway for anyone that hasn't been outside. A wingman is someone that you can rely on to help get you laid. Basically, it is a friend of yours whom will vouch for you in a social situation when you're talking to a stranger that you're romantically interested in. So, for example, you're at the bar and you start a conversation with someone you're interested in, but things aren't really going anywhere. You start to sweat, your ass gets a bit swampy, and it's looking like all hope is lost. And that's when the clouds part and a heavenly glow shines upon your wingman. They're the Batman to your Gotham. They're about to save you. So they scoot in on a skateboard and they just hype you up in front of the other person. They vouch for you. They make you look great. They say some shit like, "Hey Charlie, thanks for letting me borrow the Lambo yesterday. Really appreciate it. Oh, and also, those animals you saved from the shelter last week, well, they all found loving households today." And, they just say some shit that really puts you up there. It's like, damn, this guy's fucking cool, right? That's the purpose of a wingman. I've always believed, I guess delusionally, that I was a good wingman, and it wasn't until a couple days ago I learned, man, I fucking suck at it. But not only am I a shitty wingman, I'm just a bad friend. So a couple days ago I posted this video where I was interviewing two Moist Esports athletes, Cola and Goblin. We were eating spicy food together and just really, dudes being bros. We were bonding, learning a lot about each other, and Cola told a story about the time he relied on me to wingman him, to vouch for him in order to help his chances with a lady he was interested in. Now, this wasn't in the final cut of the video, so it's not actually in the Pain Isn't Real video. This was something that I kept in the archives because I wanted to make a very special topic just addressing it and a public apology to Cola for this. So I'm going to play the clip now and then go into it a little bit more after the fact. So just to paint the picture in case you haven't seen the original video, you should check out the interview just to get the context, but just to sum it up, right now what you're about to see is after they had eaten the Mr. Pain hot sauce. Mr. Pain is like a 1 to 2 million Scoville hot sauce, so it's pretty fucking rough. The tagline is execute your taste buds, but it almost executed our friendship as well.
I'll get one more.
That wasn't even a lot of Mr. Pain. It's like Danny said, Mr. Pain just stops in for a second to say howdy, and then he's gone. Doesn't last long.
But at Low Tide City, I lost early in pools, and I was mega down bad. So Aaron took a couple of candid pictures of me, and somehow some body got tagged in the Twitter conversation. Mm-hmm. And I remember going into the DM of the Moist, esports chat and asking for your vouch.
That's right, he did do that. I needed to wingman him.
So I know you said LOL all undercase, and I was too weak. I was like, nigga, I'm dropping Moist Esports. How did you feel after I typed that?
I didn't know how to vouch for you because it'd be weird to just type on Twitter yeah, this guy fucks. What am I supposed to say? There's no way I could wingman for you without coming across as some kind of weirdo. I would ruin your chances. I didn't realize how close Moist Esports was to losing one of its finest athletes, and it's entirely my fault. When he sent that message in the chat, I didn't know if he was serious or not, so I just hit him with a lol, which, looking back on it now, my God, what an asshole. I'm not a big texter. I don't really go on Discord. I don't really text much. I just don't really text in general. So I guess, for me, I just didn't think anything of it. But now looking back on it, I could totally see why receiving that would be like me spitting in your face and slapping you. How heartless. If I was reaching out to my wingman, come on, help me out here, and all he hit me with was a lol, I would be pissed. I would actually be super mad. And it just didn't even register with me. It really didn't. And I feel so fucking bad for it. I really do. Which is why I'm making a solemn vow to be a better wingman now. I'm going to turn this shit into a Darman video. YouTuber is a horrible wingman, regrets it, but then changes for the better. So from now on, I will be the ultimate fucking wingman. I'll vouch for anyone, anytime. I'll have a goddamn hotline set up like the Powerpuff Girls where they my players can just call me ring the hotline, I'll pick it up, Charlie, we need you to vouch. I'm on it. He fucks. And you know who else fucks? everyone who comes by my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical. I stream every day, and you're guaranteed to get laid if you just stop in a few times. So I'm probably streaming right now as you're watching this video. I'll put a link in the description. But anyway, hopefully this is helpful to anyone out there that doesn't realize how important it is to be a good wingman, and more importantly, a good friend. You know, all of my wingmen when I was in college, they weren't great. Like, I was always disappointed with, like, how they'd wingman for me. It was always, like, counterintuitive. I felt like we were competing more so than we were helping each other. Because I remember one time, a buddy of mine and I were at the bar, and I was talking to a lady I was interested in. And my friend came over, and I was expecting a wingman. Like, hey, this guy's great. You should see him build Legos. He does it in record time. It's incredible. Have you seen his KD ratio on fucking Fortnite? You know, anything really. But he comes over and he's like, "Oh, this guy Charlie, he's great at drinking. Like, watch this. Let's do a chugging contest." And I used to be a pretty big drinker, and I was pretty good at chugging. But the guy who challenged me, my friend, is a man that can open his entire fucking throat like some kind of mutant and just immediately drink anything. Kind of like those viral videos you used to see where people would take a water bottle and stuff it together and they'd immediately be gone. He could do that. So he challenged me to this chugging contest and beat my ass in front of them. What he did is he came over and didn't wingman me. He established that he was the alpha in front of her, I guess was his thought process. I don't really know. But he's like the fastest hot dog shooter in the West, but without hot dogs. It made me so upset. Like, I didn't have good wingmen. And yet, I have now become what I once hated without noticing. So I think it was very important that Cola shared this story with me so that way I can improve for the better. And hopefully you all now understand just how important it is to just be there for your friends when they need it, really, goddammit. I still feel awful about it. But anyway, I just wanted to share this. That's about it. See ya.